New Super Mario Bros. Wii is an extremely popular 2D Mario game, and well, there's tons of merchandise made for it. And well, within some of this merchandise, there's also some plushes that were made for it. And well, starting off with the first plush in this video, we have the normal Mario. Now, this Mario was in the New Super Mario Bros. Wii plushie made by the company Sine. And well, for the face on this plush, this is actually one of the best faces on a Mario plush. As of all the embroidery on the face just looks really good, like the eyes and the eyebrows, and well, the mustache is also just really nicely shaped, and the embroidery on the hat is also really good. And while all the details on this plush are really nicely stuffed and everything, as of everything is just really nicely made, and it's a very high quality plush. And well, this is probably the second best Sine Mario plush that was ever made, only behind the All-Star one, but this one's overall still really good and really high quality. And well, the only detail that can really get damaged on this plush are the buttons on the overalls, as since they're made out of a felt material, they could collect dust and debris, and they could also fall off because they're only glued on. Now moving on, we have some Mario power-ups, starting off with the Propeller Mario. Now, even though this plush wasn't directly made for the game New Super Mario Bros. Wii, I'm still counting it, as Propeller Mario is mainly known for his appearance in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and that's also his first appearance. So yeah, we're still going to be counting it, while all the details on the face, once again, just look really good, as it was nicely embroidered on and everything, and the mustache is also just really nicely stuffed and everything and well shaped. And well, for the actual propeller suit, it looks really nice. The propeller on the top of the plush is the only part of the plush that could get damaged because it's made out of a felt material. And well, for the rest of the details, there's some embroidery on it which looks pretty good, and all the other details are just made out of this normal fuzzy plush material, and well, it looks great. So yeah, overall, this is definitely a really good Propeller Mario plush, and what was actually the only Propeller Mario plush that exists. As of until 2020, there was basically no Propeller Mario plushes out there besides bootlegs and custom-made ones, so yeah, overall, this is basically the only Propeller Mario plush that you could get. Now, next up, we have the Penguin Mario. Now, this plush is from the same set as the Propeller Mario, but as you can tell, the face is the exact same. And well, for all the details on the penguin suit, they look great, as well, the overalls and everything just look really good. The buttons are the only detail on the plush that can get damaged, and everything on this plush is made out of this really nice fuzzy material. And well, everything is just really nicely shaped and everything. The feet on this plush are also nicely shaped to look like penguin feet, and well, everything about this plush just looks really good. As well, this company actually did a great job making these Mario plushes look as accurate as possible, and well, they look great. And well, there's actually two other Penguin Mario plushes that are officially licensed. Next up, we have the Jack-specific one. Now, this one's actually a bit more unique than the last one, but it still doesn't look as good, as well, but uses a normal Jack-specific Mario face, but this Penguin Mario is actually in a different pose. As you can tell, the two arms are kind of behind the Mario plush, and while the legs are in a running pose, showing you that Mario is actually supposed to be running in this plush, which is actually pretty unique. And well, even though it's not as high quality and doesn't look as good as the first Mario plush, this one still looks pretty nice, and it's a bit more unique for using that pose. And well, there's also this other Penguin Mario plush, which is definitely the worst out of the three, but overall, it's still not that bad. As well, this was just a lot cheaper than the other ones, so if you can't find the other ones, because the other ones are pretty rare, and you can't get them, although they sell for around $50 or even more than that, mattering on the condition they're in, this one's still pretty good, as well, it's extremely cheap. And while the face on this one looks a bit lower quality, and overall, basically everything on this plush is just a bit lower quality, it looks a bit off. And well, a perk to this one though is that it actually comes in a ton of different sizes, meaning that you could actually choose the size you get it in, as well, you have tons of options. Now, next up, we have the Ice Mario. Now, by far the best Ice Mario plush that was made was the one made by Jack-specific. And while this one uses the exact same Mario face as the one as the Penguin Mario plush made by Jack-specific, and while the face doesn't really look that bad. And while all the details on this plush are basically just the exact same as a normal Jack-specific Mario plush, except obviously the colors are just changed to match the Ice Mario colors, and well, it looks really good. As of everything on this plush is really nicely stuffed, the embroidery on it doesn't look that bad, and overall, it's just a pretty good looking Mario plush. And well, just like the Penguin Mario, there's this other Ice Mario plush that's made by the same company that's just really low quality and comes in a ton of different sizes. And well, this one's obviously just really common, but the Jack-specific Ice Mario is actually getting harder and harder to get, and well, it actually sells for a ton of money now. So honestly, if you can't find that one, as well, that one's just really overpriced, and honestly, it's just really hard to find. You could still get this one in a smaller size. And well, something that's actually pretty cool about this power-up is that there's actually an Ice Luigi plush. And well, just like the Mario, this was made by Jakks Pacific and was basically just their normal Luigi plush, but it's just in an ice suit. And well, once again, the embroidery and everything just looks really good. And well, there's actually a second Ice Luigi plush made by the same company that made the Ice Mario plush. And once again, it's just their normal Luigi plush, except it's just in an ice suit. And well, once again, you could easily find this lower quality one, as well, the Ice Luigi plush is even rarer than the normal Ice Mario plush. So yeah, the Ice Luigi plush I've only ever seen once for sale. So yeah, for whatever reason, these Jakks Pacific Ice Mario and Ice Luigi plushes are just really rare. Now moving on, we have back to the normal Sine Mario plushie made for the game New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Next up we have Luigi. Now just like the Mario plush, this one's extremely high quality, as all the embroidery and everything just looks really good and all the details are really nicely stuffed. As well, they got the mustache, the face shape, and basically everything about this Luigi plush just correctly shaped and everything. Well, the overalls and the rest of the plush look really good. And while the only part of the plush that's really easily damageable are the buttons on the overalls, but the rest of the plush is just really high quality and is really well made. And while this probably has to be the best Sine Luigi plush that was ever made, at least in my opinion, as I think that the newer All-Star one just isn't as good as this one. As well, this one just looks really nice and everything, so yeah, this is in my opinion the best Sine Luigi plush that was ever made. Now moving on, we have the blue and yellow Toads. Now I'm counting these two plushes together, as though they're literally just the exact same plush, except the colors are just changed. And while for the details on this plush, they look pretty good. The embroidery on the face and everything looks really nice, and the actual mushroom part of the plush is really nicely stuffed. And while the same thing goes with Toad's face and everything, as well, it's just nicely stuffed, and while the fingers are nicely embroidered onto the hands, just to give it a bit more detail. And while this Toad plush is sitting down, and it looks pretty good, and while all the other details are really nicely made and everything, and the coat's stitched onto the Toad so it can't fall off. And while the only thing that's changed between these two plushes is that one's blue and the other one's yellow, and well, that's really all there is. But yeah, overall, both of these plushes are actually really common, and you could easily find them on eBay for pretty cheap actually, as I see a lot of them being sold for only $10. And well, moving on to the next plush in the set, we have the Yoshis. And well, there's actually a ton of different Yoshi plushes, being a green one, a yellow one, a light blue one, and a pink one. As though they made a Yoshi for every single color in the game, and well, they all look really good. As though just like the Toads, they're actually pretty easy to find on websites like eBay and Mercari, and they don't really sell for that much, so they're pretty easy to get. And while they also just use all the exact same pattern and everything, so yeah, overall, they're all just really nice looking plushes, as though all the details just look really good. As though the eyes and nose are really nicely embroidered on, and all the details of the face are really nicely stuffed and everything, and Yoshi's cheeks are also nicely stuffed just to give it a bit more detail and make it look more accurate to the game. And while there's also some extra stitching on the hands just to give it a bit more detail, and while the shell on this plush is also just really nicely stuffed and everything, it looks pretty good. And well, just like the Toads, Yoshi's in a sitting pose, and well, that's definitely my favorite pose for Yoshi, as well, I think most Yoshi plushes that are standing up just look a little weird. So yeah, overall, this is definitely a really nice looking Yoshi plush. It's definitely not as good as the Yoshi Island DS plushes, but this one's still overall pretty good, and it looks nice. And while all the colors of the Yoshis use the exact same pattern, the only thing that's changed is obviously the color of the normal Yoshis and also the shoe color. And while all four of these plushes can easily be found on websites like eBay and Mercari, and they sell for usually only around $10 to $15, just like the Toads. So yeah, that was all the new Super Mario Bros. Wii plushes. There's not as many as I would expect, but still, all the ones that are here are just really good. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please like, subscribe, and comment down below which of these plushes are your favorite, and yeah, have a great day.